Hello and welcome back to Abhaile. We're glad to be back with you at the table telling our story for you. Stop. Edit. Cut. Hello and welcome back to Abhaile. We're glad to be back at the table telling our story for you all. First off, we need to get you caught up on a few things. Unfortunately, our last installment, Session 6, was lost to the ether due to technical issues. It's kinda sort of impossible to reshoot, so we wanted to bring you up to speed with the Cliff Notes version of what you guys missed. Having rested comfortably under the care and protection of Granny Anna, the kindly old matriarch of Nicaranu, the party woke to the smell of breakfast cooking away. With some idle chit-chat out of the way, Shalla approached Granny Anna in her private study, inquiring as to whether or not she was able to learn anything from her sisters, who were scattered throughout the Moanwi Islands. Though she kept her method of communication clandestine and hidden, she indicated that she could not, in fact, reach them, uncertain of whether they were even alive anymore. Oddly not too bothered by this fact, she offered Shalla something unique: a gaze into her crystal orb. As Shalla peered into the surface of the sphere, she was gifted with a vision of her dreams, of her future. We're not exactly sure, but it was not a pleasant sight. With no outside assistance, the party decided to return to the location where the shadow glass was discovered, the strange substance that seemed to apparate as the island began to heal itself from the darkened corruption tearing at its surface. After some fiddling and experimentation, several samples were taken from the shadow glass deposit, as well as a large portion stored inside the bag of holding for further examination and experimentation. Deciding not to waste the day, the party headed off deeper into the woods, following the hunting trail of Kaula, the Moanwi hunter who'd attacked them in the night, hoping to find sign of the fissure corrupting his mind. While cutting through the thicker underbrush, the party hears a commotion stumbling their way. Someone clearly not accustomed to stealthing through the trees burst into the clearing. An islander for sure, wearing dark clothing and a mix of fear and panic on his disco. He avoided any interrogation or conversation, quickly attacking Shalla with a blast of necrotic energy, before summoning a shadow-twisted skeleton to assist him. As the shadow separated from the skeleton, the trio began to attack. Finally incapacitated, once again, by the walloping arrows of friendship, bless, the party retreated back towards Nicaranu with the new problematic islander in their charge, while an approaching tropical storm was hot on their tails. Granny Anna, at first, was intrigued by the behavior of the stranger, but upon smelling his aura, or whatever it is she does, she immediately snapped his neck. Not the most chill thing in the world. Something about the stranger, identified as Marco, was extremely unsettling to the old lady. After more discussion, the party headed off to bed, and Granny Anna headed off to examine her samples of shadow glass. And that brings us back to now, as we return to the home of Granny Anna in remote Nicaranu. As we go to sleep for the night, will everybody make me a wisdom saving throw?
Woo! Dirty 20.
I'm just never gonna make
Oh, at 20.
Holy cow.
Oh! Look at you, you overachiever.
See, that's
Right?
that's what
And I have a
Shalla,
+7, so.
Shalla means overachiever in Moanwian.
So does.
Favored child. All right. So, Mr. Vargo, Roll me a perception check as you roll over and in between consciousness in the middle of your slumber. That is... Yeah. Groggily, you hear... And as you remember, it had been raining towards the end of the last day. You hear feet splashing in wet grass, running away from the house. They're already a ways away by the time you're able to really focus on what you were hearing.
I guess I would try to jump up and at least look around outside.
Okay. Going to the window and looking out. By this time, there's nothing to be seen. You looking down, you can see with a 16, you can definitely see a set of footprints outside, leading away that are kind of pooling with water at the bottom as they're pressed down into the wet soil. They appear to be bare feet, normal human-sized, but nothing out of the ordinary from this distance.
Can I quickly just look around for a head count and see if anyone is missing?
So in this residence, there's actually only, let me make sure I've got this right, look at my notes here. Anna and sometimes Ellen sleep in this residence normally, but the rest of you guys and Kaula are in there tonight. Then we have in the residence over to the southeast is where Laya and her husband, who is Cole, live. And then Nick lives down directly south across the road.
Alright, I think I'm gonna go, just the closest party member, go shake them awake and start trying to wake people up, then run outside as quickly as, like, once we get a waking people up chain going.
Cool. You all are awoken by Mr. Vargo. It is
I heard someone...
early in the morning, just let you guys...
Yeah, I heard someone outside. They woke me up. It seems like they were looking in the window. I want to get out there and follow the tracks quick before it rains too much, though. And then he will dash out the door as people are waking up.
Right on. Okay, you want to make me an investigation check as you run up to the area where you saw the footprints.
Can I guidance this?
Yeah, go for it, man.
Oh man, these are bad rolls.
Alright, with an 11. They appear to be human or elvish, bare feet in mud. Looks like it's probably a male foot by the size and the positioning of the like impact areas. But other than that, there's nothing that stands out about it. You can definitely see a trail that cuts along the road and to the tree line on the far end.
Do I see where it comes in from the other side? Like where they walked from to get in front of the windows?
With an 11, it's a little harder to tell on this side. There's a lot more. It doesn't look like they were in the grass for very long, and then they came off the center road, which has got wagon ruts and footprints all over the place, and makes it almost impossible to distinguish what's new
Okay.
and what's.
I'll just poke my head in and make sure everyone's getting up and take off probably in that direction.
Is everybody else getting up?
Yeah.
Okay.
No time for clothes. Get out here.
What is everyone doing? Why is everyone stirring so late at night?
It's a woolly bully in the woods, man.
Oh, what?
A woolly bully. They
Can
wrote a-
someone shine a light out there and I'll just pick it off if it comes close?
I know I can't.
Varko's over there like, I am one with the shadows.
Vargo, or Matt, can your character blow some fire? Can they breathe fire?
They took off like at least 15 seconds ago, probably.
Okie dokie.
I woke up to them running away.
Oh, gotcha.
It really might be more like 30, 45 seconds between when you heard the sound and when your brain really snapped in place what that was.
Yeah, they're probably a ways ahead. I'm just hoping to follow the tracks before they get all reined in.
But yeah, you guys are free to move your tokens as you like. Just like I said, just try to keep them like in normal movement economy between bounds, just in case I want to like throw a bear trap at you or something.
This way.
Sorry, I had to go grab my charging cable so I could move my token in a second.
What if I wanted to go outside and take a look around and see if I can find any kind of anything?
Yeah, you're more than welcome to make a perception or investigation check.
See if I can pick up a trail.
Well, we've got a trail. That's what they're following.
We just want to get after it before it rains out. Or rains.
Yeah, we
That was a...
and yeah, so as you guys come outside, you notice, Shalla, that it's definitely like it's a little bit it's like that like gusty time right after a storm blows through. So it's no more rain, but it is quite windy and cloudy out right now. So there's not very much moonlight for you, Shalla, and actually I think, Shalla, you might be the only one here that doesn't have dark vision.
I
So-
just know these uplands so well.
Scylla, do you have dark vision? I honestly don't know if dragons have.
I do not believe so. In fact, I'm pretty confident I do not.
That's kind of weird.
Right?
Like, at some point in your evolution, you know that you will get it when you're turning into a dragon.
Right. Yeah. No, it's... Nope.
Okay, no worries. Well, Vargo's kind of hot on the trail, and it's not really that big of a deal to keep up with him. Nobody's made any light, so it's pretty. You're acclimated and whatnot. So Vargo, do you want to make me a survival check, sir?
I just can't roll over a 10.
Dang.
Man, it is an interesting night for you and your rolls, isn't it? 13's not bad. As you guys get closer and closer towards the tree line, the tracks kind of they veer back onto the road as well. You're able to follow them for a while, but as the road meets the tree line, and the road continues on into the tree line, it kind of this is actually a rather prominent road on the island. Shalla, you'd know that this is like a perimeter road that goes kind of all the way around the base of the foothills of the entire island. So this is a fairly heavily traveled road.
Okay.
But it goes into the denser jungle there at the side of the screen and kind of continues on. So yeah, you've got some tracks, but they're quickly getting to the point where they're going to be hard to pick out. But as you continue onward, do you guys want to just make me a round of perception checks, though, as you guys are like approaching
What does my investigation check get? What did my investigation check find? I rolled that right before you had to do survival just to see if there's anything that.
Yeah, nothing new. Just the footprints in the wet grass that were leading down alongside the road, joining up with the road.
Sounds good. Just wanted to be sure.
All good, man.
What did you want us to roll? Perception?
Yeah, perception's fine.
9. I don't have dark vision.
Oh, there's Vargo coming back with a roll. Oh, cool. Okay, yeah, Vargo, you're, it's creepy quiet out right now. Aside from the wind pushing through, that kind of, like, covers up the, like, just enough, like, the wind cutting through the trees and, leaves kind of rustling against each other, just enough to keep it from being silent out right now as you guys approach this tree line. And as you approach, the wind dies down even more, and you start to hear the faint chirping of crickets in the woods as the majority of the storm has gone past, and the forest is kind of returning to its natural equilibrium at night. You hear no foreign sounds, no running, no feet on ground, no twig snapping. It's still. Do you guys want to continue on into the woods?
Yeah, and before we do, I'm going to cast Bless on everybody.
Bless the Lord, hallelujah. Alright. Everyone is blessed.
Additional D4 on, was it attack rolls and ability checks?
That is correct, yes sir.
Yay, I must say it.
Alright. As I gotta look and see which map I want to take us to. Hang on just a second. Okie dokie. We're just gonna pretend that this is sideways, and we're gonna be on this map. It'll work just good enough. So yeah, pretend like we're going horizontal and you're on a path through the woods and there's not a stream on one side. Just to have a little bit of a visual aid for about the size of the road and the construction of it. But yeah, as you all step into the tree-covered, dense, forested area, It's just that eerie quiet. But at the same time, you almost can't help but think that maybe there's something watching you out here.
Perception
I pull out
check.
Oh, sorry. Oh, what was that, Corvin?
I pull out I knock an arrow, have it ready, and it's just, the ready.
Okay. And Scylla, what was that for you, ma'am?
Perception checks to see what's around.
Yeah, if you want to make a perception check as we enter the woods.
Right, yeah. Roll for the bless.
19. It's harder to see in the woods now that you're, with the cloud cover outside. There's no moon shining down, so it's just kind of dark in here. Even with a 19, you're not going to be able to see much besides, like, vague shapes of tree trunk here and leaves there, beyond the trail at this time. It's quite dark.
Can I use prestidigitation to make a torch?
If you've got a torch, you can use it to light a torch. But there's like a pretty like high chance that you have a torch.
I don't see one, but I can't see everything in my bag, so I don't see one.
You somehow do not. I've got
Does
money.
anybody have a torch?
I've got money on somebody in here's got like 5.
Let me
We don't
check.
need light.
Dark vision elitist over here.
See what?
I have a torch. I have 10 of them.
Okay, so maybe that's a normal number to have. Maybe Brett didn't have like a crazy amount of torches. He just had a normal-ish amount.
Yeah.
That makes me think there's hope. Would you like to light a torch, Shalla, or?
Sure, I will pull one out.
If we're gonna do light, I can activate my lantern.
Do you land?
Yeah, I have a bullseye lantern.
He came
It's just
prepared.
been swinging on my hip the whole time.
He's here to rob shit.
I snap my finger and both of them just light up.
That's a 60-foot bright light cone with an additional 60-foot dim light.
Cool. Right on. So with the addition of the light with that 19, as you guys peer around getting your bearings, heavy dense foliage to the north, but 1 second. Scylla, you do see something kind of jutting out of the ground, kind of propped up near a tree just a few feet off the road, like in this direction-ish.
Okay.
Um,
I'm gonna cautiously approach and check it out.
as you approach, you see a drumroll, please. 10-foot wooden pole.
Hey! You guys, I found a stick.
Yeah.
Kind of
I
a
see
shape.
better.
Yeah, it just looks like the type of thing that somebody would use to like prod coconuts or something that didn't have access to walloping arrows. But yeah, if you want to take it with you, you're more than welcome to. If not, you can just leave her be.
Yeah, probably
Sounds-
leave it. Unless someone has use for a 10-foot stick.
There's always a use. It's just does someone want to carry it?
Really?
No. Although it is signed that someone's been through here recently, so
Yeah.
at least we have that.
Hopefully they're not a giant and discarded their walking stick.
This was
It's okay.
toothpick.
That'd be terrible.
What's terrifying is that Giant's never seen a dragon before and it really wants to kiss you. Roll for initiative. No. But as you set the stick back against a tree, you all do hear a sudden twig snap, probably 60 feet or so to your we're gonna call this east, up this way, and you see something, a dark shape, jet across the pathway to like this side of the road.
I spin the lantern around and aim it over there.
Okay, you see some softly swinging vegetation swaying back and forth as they've been recently disturbed, again about 60 feet in front of you all. It goes back to being silent then.
Probably shout after it and start running at it, I think.
Alright, we start hoofing it.
Mm-hmm.
And no hesitation for Barco to run up here.
Yeah, see him moving and I move.
Okay. And as we approach, I'm gonna bring out something here. Eventually. I've got these prepared, so they're gonna be the old block, but you know, it's okay. Two very large spooked boars jump out of the bushes. They're not these shadow touched ones that you guys have fought earlier. These are just boars. And they're spooked and they are stomping their feet into the muddy ground, kind of like violently, making their presence known. There's a word for it, posturing, I don't know, virtue signaling. Yeah, they've got, they're facing you aggressively. I don't know why that dude's here. I forgot he's here. Let me get rid of him. Oh god, I got rid of you all.
Way to go.
Oh no.
And that's what professionals are for. Just one second. I'm sorry. And Corvin. And you guys can put yourselves back where you were at, kinda. And, we are gonna roll initiative.
Yeah.
We just stay in the forest killing boars. Let's see what that looks like. They started off really good with Vargo, and then it just went downhill hard.
Yay!
Alright. Vargo, and take us out of the gate with Corvin on deck.
You said these look like normal boars?
They look like normal boars.
Alright, I'm gonna move forward a bit, just so I'm in front of our group, and then cast Speak with Animals.
Hell yeah.
And I'll shout to the boars, we don't want to kill you, we're just looking for someone who came past this way.
Did
You smelled anything?
For the sake of this being a fun way to do this, I like this. We're just gonna let them respond. So the front one raises its head up and snorts at the air and in a kind of feminine voice responds to you. People always cross.
I'll kind of look back at Shalla pleadingly a little bit. You're Druid, right? And then, just now, like, before us?
Not that we saw. You startled us.
If you wish, we will let you go in peace. We're looking for other upright. He'll gesture at how he's standing.
What they look like.
Do not know.
You not know, but you look.
Only heard them.
Only heard them. Okay.
You should ask if they have any smells besides us that they can smell of man.
Yeah, have
Close
you
by.
smelled others different than us?
They kind of sniff at the air, and the lead one that you've been talking to points their way back the direction you came. Like him. And
So he's
Wonderful.
they're behind you as you guys look behind you, following the direction of the boar, as they indicate. Indeed, you see the gentleman that Anna had killed in her living room just a couple hours before. He stands before you. His neck is still visibly snapped. His head's hanging at an angle that it shouldn't quite be hanging at. And with a lifeless stare,
That's terrifying.
blackness seeps out of his eyes, floating up into the air. And there's a smile on his mouth that's kind of looking up at like a weird 45-degree angle into space.
Yeah, that's unsettling.
I look at Vargo and go, if you're done flirting, I think we have some problems. Will your new friends help us out?
I doubt it.
Always
You
the
never know,
optimist.
maybe some wild boars running at someone. Them bitches are dangerous.
Always the optimist, Fargo. He comes in initiative at the same level as you, just a little bit behind Mr. Vargo. So that will be... Oh yeah, why the hell not? This ought to be fun. Can I get you all to... or let me put it this way, Vargo, you still have bonus action and movement available if you want to do anything.
Yeah, I'm gonna Hunter's Mark him. And then... I think Oren... Actually... Yeah, I'll try to go over here a bit. And... pull out my hand crossbow. And then I'm done.
Cool. Alright, so then the weird dead version of Marco will raise his hands in front of him kind of like he's praying almost. And he'll sort of pull them apart slowly. And inside you'll see a tiny... It starts off as a flame, but then it is kind of swallowed and turns into an inky black bead. And he holds his hands high above his head before bringing them down hard onto the ground. And can you guys make me dexterity saving throws?
Yes.
All of y'all. Let me see what we're looking for here, target-wise.
Oh, yes! Thank you, whoever did that. Plus, I forgot my blessed.
That is correct. You do have
yeah.
bless. Yeah, that is a
Here.
Oh yeah. What does that mean? We get
20.
a D4 on top of that. Okay, Vargo, you are definitely good.
So, with my die being hit and kicking over to a 16, are you going to stick with the 7 that it originally said?
Whenever it locks in on, yeah, we got to.
Alright, then it'll be 8.
Okay, 8 for Corvin,
I think mine will be 17.
17
Yeah.
for Shalla. Scylla's got a 17 plus stuff. Or no, that is with stuff plus. Okay, cool. So, Corvin, you're the only one that's going to take full damage on this. Everybody else is going to take half. It'll be, it might appear on here as fire, but this will actually be necrotic damage. It'll be 33 or, look at me failing to do math. 33 or 16 to those that succeeded the save.
So I just took 33 damage?
Yes, sir. Necrotic damage.
Yay.
As it uses a transmuted fireball cast onto you
16 on
all.
a success.
Sorry, what's that?
Well,
You said
What did you
16
roll?
on a success.
Yeah, 16 is to have on it. Yeah.
That wasn't very nice.
No, as the ground around you is just like torn and like twists around, like almost like a tiny little black hole opened in the ground for just a second, leaving you all just seared in the minds. But with that happy thing out of the way, Corvin, it is your turn with Scylla on deck.
I stand up and I start patting off my shoulders, putting out the fire, going, "You son of a bitch." Pull up my longbow, and we are going to use an arcane shot. Let's roll. Alright, let's see. Alright, I want to add 1. How do you add an extra dice onto? Alright, I think I figured it out.
Why are we adding an extra die?
Blessed?
Okay, yeah, that's for the 2-hit roll, not the. Okay, I got you for an 8.
Yeah.
Sorry, it just was appearing weird on my screen for a second. That is my bad.
Not a problem.
I don't know that an 8's gonna do it. Let me see what he
I
is
doubt
at.
it will.
Yeah, he is. But you do, as a level 5, have another shot now, if you'd like, sir.
Absolutely. I'm going to go. Whew. Still a little warm on that one. Let's see how this one goes. If I can find it.
We believe in you.
Alright, there's that, and then the D4.
That will definitely
19.
hit. Go ahead and roll some damage, and then we'll add that arcane shot on top.
Absolutely, my friend, absolutely. It'll be 8.
8, and then what is the arcane shot damage?
It is going to be the grasping arrow. It is another 10. Poison damage.
Cool. We like it.
And
He doesn't, but
yeah, and if he tries to, or the first time he tries to move, he will take this. The brambles last for 1 minute until you use this option again, or until any creature with its speed is reduced by 10 feet, and it takes floor plus S. They're at class fighter levels divided by 18 times 2, plus 2d6 slashing damage.
all good. Anything else for your turn, sir, as a bonus action?
I am going to use my second wind.
Okay, cool.
And restore some of my health.
All right. Roll that health. That'll bring us... Ooh, nice. That's decent. That'll bring us to Scylla with Shalla on deck.
All right, I'm just gonna look at him. You should have stayed dead. Gonna run up. It's about as far as I can get, and from here I'm gonna cast Hold Person.
Oh, heck yeah. Go for it. That is a wisdom save, sir?
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
From,
Yeah, 1 second.
I guess I could have targeted him when I cast it.
Ah, you're good.
That's a fail.
It's a fail, but I'm gonna reaction and counterspell.
Do that. That's great.
Because I'm special. And that's a 3rd level, so that'll just straight up cancel it. I'm sorry.
All good.
Anything you would like to do as a bonus action?
Let's see, bonus action. Yeah, let me. No, I'm good.
All right. Shalla, you're up.
Alright. I'm still a little bit away. I'm going to cast Tidal Wave because why not? Sounds like fun.
Hell yeah.
So,
Holy cow.
why
Well,
not?
Look,
I just
I need to look at that spell just to remember what it does. That is great.
A lot of water.
Yeah.
A lot of water.
like more than the average amount.
Says the water then spreads out across the ground in all directions, extinguishing and protecting flames in its area and within 30 feet of it, and then vanishes. So its area can be up to 30 feet long, up to 10 feet wide, and up to 10 feet tall.
Heck yeah. So just where are you gonna want to... Where are you wanting to do this? Are you kind of wanting to do like a big swath across like...
I wanted to just target directly on top of him.
Damn.
Cool.
I like him.
What's the save on that? What's the save type?
15 dex.
Dex save, okay. He doesn't have stats. Give me just a second.
He auto-failed in the paralyzed too, right?
He can't counterspelled the hold.
Oh, right.
Andy, natural 20s on the dex save.
Dang.
Would you like...
Well, he takes 11 damage if he... Oh, fuck. Damn. But he takes 5 damage, I guess.
5 damage? Okay, that's cool. 5
Can
damage.
I use the lucky feat in that situation?
Not for...
I guess it wouldn't be because he's not looking at me.
No, this is a situation
Or
where
he's not targeting me.
Silvery Barbs would be a great call if anybody had it.
I think Lucky's only stuff you
Yeah, is made against you.
Yeah, but there's several things that have the ability to like influence that type of stuff, like class abilities and whatnot. But yeah, I mean, damage is damage. That's something. He's actually looking, quite bedraggled for a dead man. Anything for a bonus action, Shalla? That's freaking awesome. Just dump a bucket of water on him.
Yeah, I got it. I got a couple of level 3 spells. Why not? Oh, excuse me. I am going to bonus action Flame Blade.
So you can't really do 2 leveled spells in a turn.
Oh, even if it's a bonus action just to have it?
Yeah.
Okay. Then I'm not gonna do anything.
Yeah. No, but you can cast it as a bonus action, and then you can use it, for any additional attacks. They're not. Basically, it gives you a weapon. It's kind of like Shillelagh in that respect. So it gives you so what you could do is you can bonus action summon it and then use your action to attack with it.
I see.
Yeah, it's not a purely about. It's just the casting of the spell that's the bonus action. It's kind of confusing the way it's written, but I love that spell anyways.
Okay. Then
okay.
that is me.
Cool. The giant boars, seeing this kerfluffle, are going to run back into the woods. And let me try and make sure I've only got them selected and not delete everybody again, and they're gone. That brings us back to Vargo.
Alright, I run forward. And let's take 2 shots with hand crossbow. We still have bless, right?
Scylla, did you want to roll me a con save? I don't think it's very much. What was it? 16 damage, so it's not a big save.
There you go.
Oh yeah, you're good.
Hey.
Yeah, you got blessed still.
Yeah.
Oh my god, nat 1 on the first one.
Oh shit. Still got a club.
A 20 if I can still take that second attack.
Yeah, 20 works. 20 works.
Alright,
And
I'm
that
gonna make this a menacing attack. So it's a wisdom saving throw or frightened.
Okay, 1 second, because you guys know that he loves to make those wisdom saving throws with that -1.
And let me just double check what my menacing. I think it's just a d6.
He fails with a 7.
Yeah, d6. So that is 14 damage.
14 damage. Alright.
And then I guess I'll action surge and shoot him again.
Heck yeah.
May as well. Close to a crit there? Quite.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Nice.
Another 9 damage.
Another 9 damage, and... How do you want to do this, Vargo?
Man, they got him.
Yeah.
We'll do one of those went in each eye.
Alright, your bolts streak out, funk, and then funk right into the eye sockets, kind of like a molecule being broken apart almost, like just the blob of black inkiness scatters, floating away, and he lets out a scream. Can everybody in 30 feet of him, which would be, I think...
Scylla and myself.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, just a little bit. So, yeah, there'll be Scylla and Vargo. If you guys will make me an intelligence saving throw.
Ooh, intelligence saves. I don't see those often. Oh, good, because my intelligence is not the best.
Healing.
Blessed.
Hi.
Either way, you guys are good. You're gonna only take not much. You're gonna take 2 psychic damage each.
Yay.
And you hear in your heads screaming, no, 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 no. It sounds like it's coming from 100 different voices at once. They all scream, get out.
Can I use my ring to block it?
100%.
Ouch, no more of that.
What did you use to block it?
He picked up a ring off of
Visible
the...
now? Yeah, I guess you probably all saw me.
the
it
ring
was
off
this
of...
guy, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was this dude, yeah.
Yeah, I picked up a ring off him while we were examining him at Granny's and attuned to it last night.
Oh.
What does that ring do again?
I can't be telepathically communicated unless I allow it. What I was not allowing it there.
Gotcha.
He hit ignore call. Yeah. But yeah,
I gotta
as
tell Granny to burn the bodies in the future.
as the scream reverberates through your head, Scylla, Vargo, you just sit there like, yeah, I just killed that thing. And
Can I use digitation to just light them on fire?
you can like make a little flame flicker, like, but it's wet enough from the like vegetation and the humidity that it immediately kind of goes out.
Well, I tried.
Yeah, we need a bonfire or something for that.
But yeah, he collapses in the middle of the muddy road.
I forget, do we know what happened to his body after she killed him?
Literally left it in the chair.
Oh, okay.
Oh gosh.
Well, this may have been who I heard running outside.
Well,
We can head back.
just to make a, because it is goofy on this map. So this is east and this is west, back towards the house. So, and actually, Vargo, you want to make me a history check?
Still sleepy. My game tonight.
Okay. Of the remaining 3, of Scylla, Shalla, and Corvin, who was the first to wake up when Vargo was going on and on about somebody outside?
I assume I'd probably go for Corvin first, because he is technically in my
Okay,
chain of command.
Corvin, do you want to make
Boyle.
me a history check, Corvin?
Alright. Ooh, +4. And then...
Oh, nice. Yeah, so Vargo, or no, good lord, I'm sorry. Corvin, you definitely remember that this dude was still in the chair when you all left the house to come out this way.
Yeah,
Oh.
he came up from behind us.
Yes, yeah,
I
that's
thought we might just walk past him, but I guess we can go look for a real quarry. It's kind of creepy. I hope he
Well-
didn't do anything to anyone back there.
And also, if he undead got up and followed us out of the house, is everyone back there still safe?
Oh damn.
Did get here pretty quick.
That's true.
I'm pretty damaged. I can go back to the house, double check, make sure everyone's safe, and take a bit of a rest.
Yeah, I'm gonna give a. We're gonna press on. I'm gonna have to cure my. I'm gonna have to heal myself. How's everybody else looking?
I
Yeah,
could use
same.
love.
I'm gonna need to do something.
I could use some loving, man.
All right.
Probably be okay.
And if you guys wanted to take just a little brief short rest here on the road, that probably wouldn't be too much of a problem either.
Ooh, there we go.
I just need one brave person to make me a survival check to keep watch as you guys kind of...
Yeah, I was gonna say, I can just do my fighter, whatever it's called, second wind, and then go try to scout ahead a little bit.
Okay, yeah, if you want to do that, that's totally cool, Vargo. If you want to make me a investigation check or perception.
That didn't work.
All
12
right.
healing.
Corvin healed for 12.
Thank you, sir.
Actually, thank you, ma'am.
There we go.
Hey, that's not bad at all. You pick up what you are reasonably sure is possibly the same foot trail you were following. It's really hard to follow in the muddy road, but you kind of think you follow it, and you follow it a long ways for quite a while. And it follows the road running stride, so the gate is pretty far apart actually, but it just keeps going and keeps going until it eventually immediately completely stops.
And there's nothing within like 10 feet or so.
We want to make me a perception check now from where you're at.
Sure.
A 19. Alright, yeah, no, there's pretty heavy woods around. Oddly enough, though, about 30 feet off the trail to the south side, you do see a stone structure. It's kind of like a gazebo, kind of, made out of like pretty white stone that's been carved. Some effort went into it. Quite a bit of effort went into making this little gazebo that sits about 30 feet off the path. It's overgrown with vegetation, though, like it's been kind of forgotten. As you approach that, rolling off of your previous crazy perception, it's got runes etched into it around the perimeter. It's got a circular base to it, and it has runes etched into it. Do you want to make me an Arcana check?
Yeah, if I use Detect Magic, can I get advantage?
Yeah, absolutely. Why not? I like that. I'm always down to negotiate with terrorists.
Only got like 3 spell slots too, so.
Yeah.
I have a +4
Oh
to
my God.
Arcana, so if you want
2
to
nat
attack
ones.
too, I will.
2 nat ones.
You don't recognize the sigils, the runes that are carved into it. It's a different language of magic than you grew up around. But
Can I try?
so you were taking a short rest with everybody else, and he was scouting ahead, so we're doing kind of a separate thing for right now. But like I said, it's not a language of magic that you understand, but it definitely looks to you like some of the beacons, or like 2 points or through points, or teleportation circles. They call them a whole bunch of different things in the Infinium, but they're like hard-lined locations that practitioners can kind of bloop between. This kind of looks like one of those.
Interesting. I'll probably just try to crouch down behind a bush and keep an eye on it while I wait for the party to catch up.
Okay, cool. So we will cut back to the rest of y'all. Vargo's been gone for about an hour now. He's been pressing ahead. You guys have had time to catch your breath. What do you guys want to do?
I'm more happy to head in the direction he's in.
Press on after him.
Cool. Do you want to make me a survival check, Shalla, at disadvantage with, or you got the torch lit? Never mind. Just a normal survival check.
Yeah. Oh. Damn.
Oh, man.
Not doing much surviving tonight.
At least it wasn't a natural one. That's okay. It takes you guys a little bit, 30 minutes or so, but you do finally catch up. Vargo, they don't see you. You hear them. You hear them come tromping up the trail. And you're still a ways off by the, gazebo of death.
I'll sneak back over him and whisper at him, "Psst, hey, over here." And point out there's some sort of weird bone building covered in magical runes over there.
So this is an interesting time to bring this up, actually. So you're, anytime you're in darkness, you're pretty much just invisible, right?
Yeah.
So how are they supposed to see you, sir?
I just whisper at him, and then
Point.
his voice is just, coming out of the bushes next to you.
I'm totally fucking with you. Shalla's got a torch, so you're visible to him. I was just,
Head 30 feet into your left. I really wanted to disguise myself and jump out as Marco, but I figured that probably wouldn't be a good use of my spell slot.
That's one opinion. I think it'd be a great use. Hey, look, there's like a 90% chance the party won't even hit you, so it's okay.
Yeah, but do you trust those arms?
Yeah, I'll blow a bunch of spell slots and do pretty much nothing.
But yeah, I'll make my way into the torchlight and point out where the tracks ended and where the weird hut thing with magical runes on it is. I couldn't really make out much. Maybe Shalla, you seem more magically inclined. And I guess Scylla? I didn't know that.
Me too, man.
Yeah, I wouldn't really call it what I got magic. I have some divine powers. I wouldn't really say arcane in nature, so it's out of my element.
Yeah, what can I roll? To take a look at this. Would it be an Arcana?
Yeah, you guys can all roll Arcana checks. Corvin and Shalla can also roll a history check additionally. And I guess Vargo can roll this history check as well too, actually. That makes sense. Okay, let's see what we got here. Scylla, are you getting in on any of these roll actions here?
Arcana is not something I would have anything recognition of, so.
Cool. No worries.
Willing to fill that check.
Shalla, as you walk up to this gazebo, it's kind of an odd. It feels out of place on the island.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like any stone you've seen on the island. It doesn't look like any style of carved stone that you've seen on the island. It doesn't feel like your island. It doesn't have the same... The winds and the waves kind of feel a certain way to you, and this doesn't feel the same way.
Yeah.
It doesn't speak to you that way.
Okay.
But as you look down at it, with Vargo saying that, possibly a teleportation circle, you definitely do see how it curiously does look a lot like the native written language on the islands. Different in several ways, like an older dialect maybe, or something along those lines, or like prehistoric. Like it's kind of like looking at like primitive, like the blurry line between primitive English and Latin, like where it like
Yeah.
divulged just a little bit. So it's kind of got that weird unfamiliarity to it, but Corvin, you're having a little hard time, kind of, because like
I forgot my classes at home.
yeah, but it does. It doesn't look. I don't want to say familiar to you guys. It doesn't look like Austrian architecture either, but it looks more familiar to you all than it would to Shalla, stylistically. But it still doesn't look like the current architecture in Austria back home. But there's just a weird similarity to it.
Okay.
And
Hey guys, I have to step away from the table for just a second. I am very sorry. I'll be right back.
oh, no worries. It's not a terrible time to take a little bit of a break, so we can take 10-15 minutes, guys. Go
If you don't mind.
yeah, no, that's totally fine. As we snap back to reality, we return to this wonderful little gazebo out in the woods. Looking around this weird precipice, do you guys want to give me a investigation check? Just checking out the area around it.
Yeah.
Yep, I see a gorge. I found the gorge, guys.
It's a gourd, George.
We followed the overwhelming sound of rushing water.
So Vargo, you find weirdly enough in a tree not 5 feet away from the gazebo, there's like a little hollow that you find in the tree, like where it's like 3 or 4 feet up off the ground. It's kind of like where it would a knot where like the tree had split and was like growing in a tandem. I don't know what this is called. When horticulture was not something I needed to be trained in, but it started to do that and it got lobbed off for whatever reason. So it's kind of down there. There's a little hollow, and inside that hollow you find a let's see. We find exactly one scroll, a tube of parchment rolled up, and as you unroll the parchment, you see a bunch of arcane writings that are a little out of your league comprehension-wise. They're a little out there. But you also distinctly see the same pattern of runes on this piece of parchment that's on that disc under the gazebo.
Yeah, I'll take it over to the party and see if anyone can decipher it. It seems like it might be related to the spells around the house. Shalla or Corvin. Anyone super?
Yeah, if you guys
knowledgeable
wanna,
about scrolls?
if you guys wanna make me an Arcana check, that'd be cool.
Is Blessed still active or has that expired?
Oh, that's well expired.
Yeah, it would have been gone for a while.
Okay, wanted to be sure.
All good, man.
Man, I am rolling like a bag of dicks.
Well, that's fun for me. 13's not bad for this. Shella, you also pick up that the symbols on the parchment are the same as the symbols on the gazebo base. Looking at this, you're fairly confident that if you read the language aloud on, and it's your common to your island, your specific dialect of common, if you read this aloud, you would possibly, your best guess would be that nothing would happen. You would just be standing where you were standing, having just read that aloud. Worst case scenario, you could die. But somewhere in between there is a possibility that it might teleport you to this location.
To the location of
The gazebo?
The gazebo?
Yes.
Okay. I will share that with the party, and ask if we want to risk that.
Wait, does it teleport you inside, or just?
Above the table, that is a teleportation circle, and that is a scroll of teleportation circle, basically. So it's one way to that one place.
I'll go.
It's just a spell. It's just like it's a spell scroll. So like that'll one time can teleport you to that location.
Oh, so don't necessarily use it because then it.
So it brings us back to the spot.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
So
it opens up a 6-second doorway.
It's essentially a save point.
Well, maybe we can
It's a good contingency.
investigate the gazebo if we've determined that those are receiving and not sending.
Vargo, do you want to make me a history check? Or just yeah, history check's fine. I was gonna say that otherwise. Man, Vargo, man. You've heard about teleportation circles. It's not a thing that is used very frequently in Austria. They've got a couple in a few different locations, but most of the wizards they just teleport freely wherever they choose. They're not quite so locked down. But yeah, you're
Seen something like this before. I can't imagine why it would be on the island, but I guess I'll hold on to that scroll in case we end up needing to come back here for some reason.
And whenever you need to mechanically, if you just want to add that to, I think it's a 5th level spell. So you'll just find a spell scroll for a 5th level, and then you just customize it to, because they're not whatever specific to spells.
Okay. Yeah, spell scroll 5th level.
What? Can you guys let me know what you guys all are rocking for passive investigation?
Probably 10s. I got 10 to intelligence and not trained, so.
That's 15. Or you said investigation?
Yes.
Yeah,
17.
Shalla, with your keen eye and your logicking on what this piece of paper might do, it's very likely that the individual that Vargo was chasing probably left. If that paper can bring you to one of these places, then there are other papers that can probably bring you to other locations, theoretically. Why they went... because from your understanding of the scroll, you can kind of just do it anywhere, and it'll bonk you back to this point. So it's kind of weird. Like, there's not any, like, target... You don't have to be at a target location. So it's kind of weird that they made their way back here and then...
Yeah.
disappeared. But
Maybe they
it's...
retrieved a different one on the way back here.
Maybe.
Alright, well, I want to try to check out this gazebo before we go back and finish our rest.
Yeah, so what you wanting to do to her, sir?
I guess I'll grab a stick and poke at the magic rune and make sure nothing happens.
Yeah, nothing. It's just,
yeah, I mean, just look for a recent inhabitant or any sort of, I don't know if there's supplies stashed here or anything, like why they would choose this spot to put one.
It's definitely hard to tell. As you're looking around, you go from the tree where you found the scroll, and you're taken your time to examine the base for any, like, craftsmen back in Austria are really big on, marking their creations. I mean, it's how you can track ownership and where, origin, and doesn't appear to be any type of maker's mark on this. It's old, though. It's very old. But there are no stashes anywhere around. The vegetation is definitely a little bit disturbed because somebody definitely made their way here very quickly. But it's almost like they
Something.
wanted you to find it.
This isn't something you've legends about or anything, Shalla?
No, this looks very unfamiliar. Magic in our area is, from my understanding, quite different from yours. We don't really... I don't know, it's very different. We usually travel just by foot or by boat. We don't really use our magic to get around, just to know when things are going to be
Yeah, it's
happening.
really only powerful magic users I've heard of being able to do this sort of thing.
Oh, okay. Well, either way, no, this is definitely not something we've really seen.
And it's kind of odd because it's also not... I mean, this is a common, popular, widely used road on the island, and it's not far off of the road.
Yeah.
So there's also the possibility that maybe someone back in Nicaragua might maybe know something about it as well in the morning time.
Yeah, I feel like
Maybe
we kind
we
of got
should talk to...
as far as we can investigating this.
What was that, Shalla?
I was gonna say, if that's the case, then maybe we should talk to... Name's Anna, right?
Yeah.
Maybe we should talk to Anna when we get back, see if she knows anything about it.
Just out of curiosity, when y'all came up here to join me after your rest, did you bring that corpse with you?
No, don't believe we did.
No.
Let's get back there and retrieve that as quick as we can.
So you guys take a 30-minute hurry, scurry back, and the body's laying in the middle of the road still. It's not been moved.
Let out a sigh of relief. Okay, let's bring that back with us.
And then the hand starts to let no.
And we're chopping it up.
Chopping up, burning into many, many pieces, and then throwing into the volcano at the top of the island.
But yeah, he's still dead. He is still on the ground.
That's how we cure the scars. We just throw this ring I found in the volcano.
Yeah.
Oh God. Mr. Frodo,
Yeah,
you're not
but-
sounding so good.
Yeah, but what are you gonna do? Walk there?
You're gonna find out in the last act that we've had eagles the whole time.
No.
Yeah, I guess try to get Scylla to pick up the body and head back to the village.
Yeah, I take him and I hook him over my shoulder and we get going.
This is gender equality. That might get cut out.
The big strong dragon lady.
All right, yeah, it's no problem. He is not a heavy individual. You hoist him up over your shoulder, Scylla, and you guys press on back to town, back to the house, and we will transition back over there. Don't let it fool you. It's like 5:30, going on 6 a.m. right now. So the sun is still below the horizon. Let me get rid of this little bugger off of this screen because he's definitely not still there. How do I get rid of these little buggers? As y'all return, the house is still fairly quiet. It doesn't appear that anyone is up and about yet. So if you'd like,
we
you
killed
guys,
them all.
if you'd like, you guys can go back to sleep for a couple hours. Can then finish out that long rest and
Yes. Please.
Yeah.
hopefully there might be some answers when we wake.
Call dibs on the couch.
Granny Anna was sitting on that couch earlier and she was not wearing any clothing.
Why do you think I called dibs?
I mean, it's her house. You can assume that for anything in the house.
This is how they shower. She goes out and stands out in the middle of the thunderstorm and then comes back in and dries herself out on the couch.
What? You all don't do that?
Just like Churchill used to do. Yeah, you guys can take that long rest box if you haven't. I need just a couple of seconds to figure out what I'm doing with this direction, because, you know. Scylla, are you peeing in the flower?
I'm sleeping in the chair.
Oh, that's 100% a flower, but I respect it.
Oh. Really? I was even doing it was a chair.
No, over in the living room.
Oh.
Yeah, those flowers.
Just
Bad
curled up,
dragon.
just
Bad
curled up the
dragon.
wall behind it.
There's a dragon in your houseplant. What? No, there's not.
She turns around and takes her feet and starts like kicking up dirt to cover
Right.
herself.
I'm just gonna stretch out and sleep down here on the floor.
It's like that elephants wearing nail polish joke, except it's dragon form.
Oh, yeah. As you all drift off to what's left of your night's sleep, Scylla, oddly enough, you find yourself falling. You've been falling for a while as you come to your senses, realizing you don't know how long, a minute, two, maybe,
Ooh.
through a dark and cloudy sky. It's daytime, but the sun is completely obfuscated behind clouds, just thick, black, gray, dark clouds. And as you fall, you hear just this billowing, thunderous roar, but it doesn't sound like a good, like, it sounds like it's glitched and going through like a bad audio encoder.
Gotcha.
So it's like got this weird metallic, like weird just tone to it that shouldn't be there. And as you hear this radiate through your skull, were you gonna say something? Sorry.
Yeah, just on instinct, I kind of go for my axe on a reaction just to the sound.
Cool. You reach for your axe. There is nothing there where it should be as you're tumbling down, and you pass into a layer of fog and wake up with the rest of your party slowly coming to as well.
Yeah, I just bolt awake where I'm sitting.
Scylla's just like, spiders!
Right.
Okay. And it is now a couple hours have passed. I'd say you guys got the last 2 hours of your night's sleep, and so it's probably about 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning right now. There is a nice, delightful aroma of pork fat on the air. As, where is my people at? Thank God I've got these like separated into folders now. You see Laya, she comes out of the kitchen carrying a big, giant cast iron fry pan over to the fireplace. Scylla, from your vantage point, you can see working away at getting breakfast ready for the day.
Good. I am hungry. So I have no idea what that dream meant, and I tend to eat my feelings. So.
Ben & Jerry's bacon flavored dragon ice cream. Heck yeah.
Is that exclusively for dragons, or can humans try it? Because that sounds amazing.
Oh, don't you know, hun? Anything that a dragon eats, a human can eat too.
I did not
At
know
least
that.
once.
Interesting.
So I'm looking at the icon of the chef, and she's hot. So I walk over here, and I'm like, "Hey there, how you doing? Let me help you with some breakfast."
Okay, I'm glad to have the help.
Wait a minute, is that Granny or is that like a young woman? Because I'm gonna feel really.
She's just one of the kids. She is the mom of the 11-year-old that you guys spoke to.
Oh, back. There we go.
I mean,
Oh, you have kids. That's awesome. Tell me all about them.
Corvin's got a thing for Grandma.
hey, MILF's a thing, GILF's a thing. It's all a thing, baby.
I have no exclusions.
Speaking of GILFs, out of the living room hallway, Anna comes trudging through. And she sits down, doesn't even look up. She's just like, kicks herself up on, because she's pretty short, she kicks herself up onto the stool, chair thing, and looks up at you guys all smiling. Her cheeks are rosy. I see you took our friend out for a little walk last night.
Yeah, you might want to start, I don't know what traditions are, but maybe burning the corpses of people who are irreparably infected, because this thing attacked us on the road.
Wait, so you didn't bring him back to life?
Nope.
Oh, I figured
Not
that...
unless someone's hiding a very impressive skill, no.
I figured that you all had reanimated him for whatever reason and taken him off to do whatever it is that you're gonna do.
No, I actually heard someone outside the house last night, and when we ran outside to chase them, this corpse apparently became animated and followed us.
She's got like a wooden, like a carved like spork type of deal that she's eating with, and she squeezes it so hard that you're surprised it doesn't break. People usually know better than to poke their heads around where they're not wanted. Did you find this person, this interloper, this intruder?
No, we think they got away. We have something to ask you about, though. We found a very strange gazebo just off the road. It's hard to believe that no one would have seen it before.
Just like, just an hour up the road. Little white stone off in the woods.
The what?
Is that what it looks like?
Yeah, that's...
Okay, yes. You're familiar with it?
We always called it the Saltstone House. It's been here as longer than I have. It's just a,
I think whoever was out there may have transported from it somehow.
oh, I mean, it's possible. It's, been a while since I've been through, but I remember a certain set of runes on the dais.
You could read it.
I'm sure I could, yes. If I could see it again, I'm sure I could remember it. I can almost picture it now.
Because it looked like our language, but older.
And then there are things older than you, darling. And there are things older than you. We all came from somewhere, right?
Of course. It's just...
Although it is an odd thing. It doesn't look as if it belongs, does it?
It doesn't. It really doesn't. It doesn't look like anything.
She just gestures around the table. Many things do not look as if they belong. But yet they are here.
Yeah.
Do you guys want to show her the scroll by chance?
You know what? Shalla, throw her on your shoulder, or not Shalla.
Scylla.
Scylla, throw her on your shoulder and let's hit the road.
I'm sorry. I'm not going on the road or on this nice young lady's shoulder.
What if she promises not to drop you?
I'm still quite confident that I'm not leaving my home.
Fargo sighs, and you can all see him visibly cringe a little bit as he pulls out the scroll and says, "Oh, we also found this nearby. I'm sure you know not to just read it out loud immediately, but it looked like it had the same symbols on it as that."
She unrolls it just enough to see the first couple of sigils in the arc that complete the top of the circle, and she closes it and hands it back to you. Yeah, it is it is true what you assumed. It is a circle that you can teleport to one time with that scroll, one time only.
Do you know of other places on the island with these magical sigils?
Not on this island, no. There may be on others, but no, not on this island. None that I know of, at least, but I have not also not seen all of the island. I am old, but I am rather sedentary.
Do you know of anyone nearby who collected coconuts who wasn't your son, who we met? We found a long stick that seemed like it may have been used for that purpose.
So say I've got a lovely bunch of coconuts. Where would I take them? Who would I take them to? Who's known for getting coconuts out there?
I mean, lots of people around here do the coconuts for... They're easy to grow. They grow all the time anyway, so you just kind of have to encourage where they grow to make it easier for yourself. What I'm trying to say, I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be cryptic. Lots of people grow coconut on the island.
They grow very prolifically on all of the islands.
Just checking.
So, by my reasoning of deduction here, it could be anyone on any island. Is that correct? Most likely on this one.
The person that left the stick, yeah, anyone. I mean, most likely Koa or Nick or, you know, one of my kids probably left it out there. I mean, it's hard to tell.
I see.
Do you?
I'm going to go back over here and talk to the MILF again and start helping her cook. You guys have fun.
She gives you a look like she clearly knows what you're up to, but she's just gonna be a gracious host.
Better not be slowing down breakfast.
That's the look you get right before you get stabbed in your sleep. I don't know you. That's my purse. But yes, that could be a very handy tool to have if you need to get out of a bad situation in a pickle. I'd hold on to that. Or if you're able to down the road, you could probably, it wouldn't be too hard to alter the runes on the parchment to change its location.
Really?
You just have to know the runes you're replacing them with. And they have to be in the right format. You know, they have to be close enough. Because of the ink, you have to smudge it a little bit.
Do you know these runes?
I know runes. I don't know the specific runes. Teleportation circles are very specific. They're very keyed into their one location.
Can you write down what those runes mean that you can think of off the top of your head? Something we might be able to use as like a key or a translator?
He can't teach you a whole language. It's just, let me think how I wanna,
Do you have a runes for dummies book around that I might be able to use?
No. It's not a,
Language?
so it's like a street address. You can teleport to a circle once you know its street address, and if you don't know its street address, you can't get to it. And there's kind of no way to just guess the street address. I mean, there is, I guess, but there's like
You may not end up where you wanted to go.
spaghettified in space is a possibility. Mechanically speaking, it just won't work if you don't have a location. You just blow a high-level spell slot.
Okay, good to know.
Yes, so what did you all do with his body?
Oh, it's out in the living room again.
Thank you so much for bringing him back. Well, I'll have my boys burn him this afternoon or this morning. Unless you guys want him for a snack.
No, can't say we would want that.
Look over at Scylla apprehensively.
She realizes that her joke didn't hit and starts laughing nervously.
Scylla's preoccupied with that dream anyway.
She does disappear for a while after having tucked away a good portion of eggs and some ham. She retreats back to her room and comes back with her hands kind of clasped, and do you guys remember what type of sample of the shadow glass you all had given her? Was it one of the long, thin ones, or was it one of the bigger ones?
If I remember correctly, it was roughly a foot by 6 inches. Almost like oblong, I guess.
Gotcha. She comes out with her hands clasped, and she slowly starts to move her hands around. They kind of make scratching noises where her old dried out skin kind of just rubs, and she sets down in front of you, Shalla, a 6-inch sphere of shadow glass. It's got veins of gold running through it, and it's been polished to the point where you can see yourself in the reflection.
Oh, wow.
You noticed you took a liking to my ball the other day, so I've been working on this for you. So far I've just got it cut and polished. I need to lay my magic into it. But in a couple of days I should have a ball for you.
Oh, thank you. Would this one be used similarly to the one that you have?
Similarly, yes, with its own special twist. Who knows what that could be? This magic,
Okay.
it's like having a wild card to it.
Interesting. Well, thank you very much.
Yes, just wanted to show you what I've been up to. I'm kind of proud of this one, actually.
It's very beautiful. I don't know
Yeah.
how you worked that down so quickly. But
Elbow grease or lack thereof.
If Vargo raises his hand and pushes his jaw back up into place. You certainly are talented.
Yeah, you just pick up a thing or two when you've been around as long as I have.
I only hope I can pick up a thing or two like that words. I don't know where I was going with that.
Sometimes our words escape us. Well, all the time our words escape us. That's how we talk. And sometimes they escape us without meaning. She hurries off, though, back into her back room to continue her work on the ball. What do you guys want to do for the first part of the morning?
I think I'm gonna talk to Grandma.
Oh, no kidding? Yeah, go for it, man. You're more than welcome to follow her back.
Yeah. No, what was her name again?
Anna.
Yeah. A knock on the door.
It's actually open. You can see her. She's slower than you, so she's just now like rounding this bookcase where there's a curtain behind it.
Got.
Hello.
I had a dream last night, and I wanted to know if you had any wisdom you could lend me on it.
Well, maybe. I'm old and wise do not necessarily go hand in hand, but I know a thing or two about dreams.
I was falling through the sky, and it was a lot of darkness, a lot of sound. It was just this overwhelming storm everywhere, and it wasn't the first time I've had a dream this intense.
Yes, she gets right up in your, I want to say right up in your face, but that's not true. You're taller than her by quite a bit.
Yeah, she comes up to like my solar plexus.
Yeah, she's just like, looks you up and down, and she like puts her hands around you like she's like feeling an aura. And nor is it the first of your troop to have dreams this powerful. She kind of like twiddles her fingers in the air like she's like she's playing with weaves of something that you can't quite see. And she's almost like sniffing the air. It's an odd thing. It's a troubled thing. I cannot see your dreams. Your dreams are yours, but it is... It is strange and concerning that both of your hearts turn to the storm.
Both.
It's not for me to tell, but you are not the only one who dreams of the skies being angry. What do you see in the clouds?
A lot of darkness.
What do you fear to be in the clouds?
I don't know yet.
She gives you a smile that says, I'm gonna go ahead and pretend like I believe you. You might want to figure it out before it tries to kill you. You've got a good head on your shoulders, though. I think you'll be okay as long as you don't, do anything crazy.
Thank you. Go back to... I give her a nod and I go back to breakfast.
She kind of watches you turn and walk away. And, before you get back to the kitchen, like, before you even get around that little wall divider, she's gonna say, did it look like you?
I kind of pause for a second. And then I keep walking.
Heck yeah, heck yeah. Alright. Well, guys, I think actually that's not a bad place to go ahead and call her for the night. I'm trying to keep these short so I'm not burning up too much of your all's time.